I'm using one of my favorite colors from Lucky Craft. It's called Nishiki, which in other lures they call it Clown. It's, you know, chartreuse white, a little bit of red to it. So it's a pretty good bait to use. And I don't tie any special knot, just a Palomar knot. But that's the Nishiki. You can see it's chartreuse on the back, a red face, and then kind of a white belly, silver sides. Pretty good bait. I've used the Lucky Craft clown baits for, gosh, over 20 years. It's been a long time. I started using Lucky Craft in 2000. And I did it because I'd been using jerkbaits a lot, and we were going through that time period where we wanted suspending jerkbaits, and the only way you could do it a lot of times is wrap solder around the hooks, or weight the bait by drilling it out and putting lead into it. Or eventually Storm came out with suspend dots and suspend strips, and then we would weight them so they were balanced horizontally. Well, Lucky Craft has taken all of that off the table. I don't think too many people will use suspend dots and suspend strips like we used to. But now these baits sit horizontally in the water. They just sort of suspend there and make an easy meal. But for the most part, most of the Lucky Craft baits will suspend, sink slightly, or they'll float a little bit, very, very slowly. There's one right there. If I was to go to, you can see how they kind of swipe at it? All right, come on up. Oh, they swipe at it. And the hooks, none of these hooks are in this fish's mouth. Let me see if I can show you a close-up of that. If you stop wiggling on it here. See that? None of the hooks. There's a hook right here, and it's kind of in his belly, and the other hook is just outside of his mouth. So they will just slash at these baits. They'll slash at them, and you won't get a real good hook into them. 98 XR. So it's a little bigger than a pointer 78, a little smaller than a pointer 100, but it has a little different shape to it. Also has that weight in it, so it goes to the tail when you go to make the cast, and after your first snap, the weight moves forward and makes the bait sit horizontally in the water. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll make that cast and I'll let it sink tail first for a while. And after it does that, then I'll give it a snap, and it automatically then goes to the horizontal position. And that change in attitude sometimes gets fish to bite it right there on the initial cast. So I do that a lot. It's a little trick I've picked up over the years. Again, what I'm saying is this has a weight transfer system to it. So right now, that weight is in the bottom of this bait. Okay, it's in the bottom. When I turn it like that, it shifts forward. It actually shifts about midship. So when I go to cast it, it drops back. And when I jerk it, it goes this. So when it first hits the water, it's sitting down like this. So I'll snap it up like this, and then it'll go back horizontal. That kind of transition and movement right there will trigger a lot of bites. And a lot of guys don't ever, either they know how to do it and they don't talk about it, or they just don't know how to do that. But that's a little kind of trick that you pick up after using these things for a long time. And